Hello, guitar aficionados. I have the pleasure of showing you the new range of Yamaha Revstars, starting with this Elements, then going to the Standard, and then the half, later, Professional. And at first glance, there's really no big difference. At second glance, there's really no big difference. So we're going to illuminate the differences of the different series. They're all, of course, based on the, I would say, rather unique Revstar design. It's a double cut. Throughout the years, Yamaha has refined their guitar range, and then the double cut kind of came into being. And then I think in 15, they released the Revstar, which I think is let's not call it unique. It's a, double cut design, but you can clearly tell, bam, that's a Revstar when you see it. And it is not a Les Paul. It is not a Strat. It is not a Tele. It is a Yamaha Revstar. Is it Yamaha or Yamaha? Who knows? And I think that is great. They're super solid guitars, three headstocks, and now they've been improved. How have they been improved? One of the main things is they are chambered primarily up here. I have pictures, but I can't show you because secret. Up here a little, no, I think primarily up here and then a little bit down there. And that chambering is not only for weight relief. It is primarily because they've done their research and they did it for acoustic reasons. And these guitars do ring rather nice. Oh, before I say all the positive things that you think are bought and paid for. No, they're not. Yes, this is a sponsored video, but my opinions are my own. Now, one of the sad things about this guitar, this Element series that I'm holding here, is that it is extremely difficult to photograph. Because if we switch to one of the other guitar cameras, you can see, bam, all of a sudden the color is different. And there it looks super, super neon yellow. It is a touch more green. 2% more green in there in real life than actually in this image right now. But then you look at the main camera and it can't capture that color. There are certain colors like the Fender American Professional blue greenish thing that simply cannot be captured. Let me just tell you that it is a stunning color, and I love that they sent this to me. There are other colors. There's black, there's this neon yellow, there's red copper, Swift blue, similar to this one over there, which is also a little bit more greenish than the camera can capture. Yeah, it looks like there's just these 2% green in there, which no camera can really grab. And then there's a vintage white. So there really is something for everyone. And Yamaha doesn't let the left-handed players sit around without guitars. There's even two lefties. We're in let me see, Swift blue and black. Now, I will say something about this guitar, its price range, and where it sits compared to the competition at the end of this video, because while I'm filming this, I have no street pricing yet, so I'm not going to comment on it. It is definitely the least expensive one in the range, made in Indonesia. Doesn't come with a gig bag or a case. The Standard comes in a gig bag, which is rather decent, and the Professional comes in a very nice case. Now, when we look at this, it's a set neck with a very nice transition. And even though this is super high gloss, this is satin, which is nice. It feels wooden. It's a beautiful, super soft satin finish. There's a volute right there, a teta de guitarra, as they say in Spanish. All of them have these vintagey, see-through, plasticky knobs, which I really think accent the guitar very well. It just matches size and look. They add up. We have a 24 3/4 scale length, which is 628.6 millimeters, or a 1 week old Dolphin baby. Gloss polyurethane 3-piece mahogany neck, which we can't see, of course, because it's, satin. Rosewood fingerboard, mahogany body, as are all of them. So fully mahogany on all of them. That's easy. Fingerboard radius is 12-inch. Not that that says anything about how this guitar plays. So if you buy guitars based on fingerboard radii, don't do it. Fret wires, jumbo. This is not stainless steel. These are. So if that's important to you, go to the next higher range. 22 frets. Thickness of necks, who cares? Not material. How thick is the neck? Medium. That's not an Ibanez Wizard neck, but it's not a baseball bat. That material is high strength PPS. No idea what that means, but now you know. We have the V3N humbucker here with an Alnico 5 and the V3B humbucker here with Alnico 5. We have master volume, master tone, and push-pull here for the dry switch. I'm going to have to look up what that does. That's what I thought. It's a high-pass filter. It really thins out the low end. So when you're doing high-gain stuff, you really don't need a tube screamer or something to make it more tight. The guitar itself kind of has that built in, and it can be a cool thing for rhythms. We've got a Tune-O-Matic bridge. It doesn't say who makes it. Stop bar, die-cast, tuners, 3-ply, rather small pickguard. Comes with Elixir nanowebs in 10-46 and no case included, and that is it. Yes, and then there's a left-hand model. Okay, those are the stats. We have a beautiful shaping here. We have a beautiful shaping here, as you would expect. A really cool cavity cover. And why that shape? Why not that shape? It's an ergonomic guitar. Tuners are very smooth on all of them. I literally can't tell a huge difference. I think the color is to die for. And the thing that I really think is cool on the Revstars are these racing stripes, which are not actually on the Element series. They all have them. And they're difficult to see here, but they are, there you can see them. They're there. They're yellow on yellow. Super subtle, but cool. And again, here you probably get a little bit of that green happening. So that's probably the camera that can see it the most. It really depends on the sensor of the camera. There are just some cameras that can't do it. And the thing is, the camera that I'm looking in right now, that's a red Komodo. That's the best camera in the room. And even that can't really adequately capture it. Weird. This only, sadly, has a three position switch. The others have 5. We're going to go into a bunch of amps. And then we're going to talk about it some more. So we're going to start with the Tone King, Sky King, clean, little bit of reverb on it from the Golden from Universal Audio. Comes set up nice, not in shred position. One of the others had a better setup, but absolutely easy to play. You can probably get that action down a little bit more. Let me see. Oh yeah, I can tighten that neck. I can go lower without a problem. Of course, I have to open up that truss rod cover there. So we're going to go in position, neck, everything up, and here we go. With, of course, the aux and a 412 creamback loaded cab. Expect. Bridge. And then now the dry switch. Clearly, even with that sound, thinner. So if I go into the Marshall JCM800, for example, that'll matter because I can actually thin out that bully massiveness. Let's do some leads. I'll just take that sound, put a delay on, and a little bit of overdrive from the Jackson Audio Golden Boy. Beautiful. What I love about the dry switch is it's not subtle. It's very clearly thinner and more wiry and defined. Great. Let's go into the RedSeven Duality 100, which is set to the vintage channel. More low end. Quick tune ski. Buttery smooth. Nicely done, Yamaha. Well, because it's on the Soldano SLO100. We're jumping to the Morgan MVP66, which is non-master volume, non-effects, JTM classic Marshall tones by my friend Joe Morgan. Interesting. Let's jump into the probably nicely paired price point wise Marshall SV20H. Beautiful. Classic rock and roll all night long. AC20 also from Morgan, which is very Voxish. And for some reason, I always do sus2s, and I shall do it right now. A lot. Couple more JCM800, of course, because we got to check that out. Very thick, but of course we can thin that out right there with that switch. We're gonna boost it a bit. I like that quite a bit, lot. Let's go into the ENGL Artist Edition. And last but not least, the Orange Rockerverb 50. Again, how much is it? I don't know. But damn, it's good. And damn, is the color eye-killing, but beautiful. Don't know if I said it. Made in Indonesia. I find no fault at this. It's the least expensive range. I wish it had the 5 positions. Okay, maybe. But they have to leave something for the more expensive guitars. Get a gig bag for it, get a good one, spend $100, have a good gig bag, and it's really tough to say exactly how much better they can make them when you spend more money. We're gonna, of course, have other videos where we'll explore that, but this is already an extremely good specimen of a unique guitar that Yamaha makes there. It is not a copy of anything. It is a purely independent model. So if you're looking for the classic blah, 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 that's not it. when what you're buying is a Revstar. Oh, that's the one thing I might critique here. The dots are actually even slightly painted over here or there. Let me see. Can you see that right there? They're small, they're not lumen lace, they're rather small dots that are kind of disappearing a little bit into the paint of the neck. Okay, perfection? No, it is not. Extremely good? I assume this is under $1,000. I'm gonna give this a big thumbs up because I like this a lot, especially in that color. So thanks to Yamaha for commissioning this video. Here's me telling you how much this thing is. So my mind is blown because this puppy, the Revstar E for Elements 20 in crazy yellow, I evaluated these guitars based on how they feel, based on how they're delivered, based on how they play, based on how they sound, and I was convinced this thing is in the 700 to 800 euro range, easily. And that's how I talked about it in the video. That's how I approached it. So now that they were released yesterday and I got the pricing, this is under 500 euro. This is $499. This is $469 or whatever euro. That's utterly ridiculous. Now, let me say this. The standard series, the step up, also Indonesia, but better pickups, comes in a gig bag, 5-position switch and that stuff, I thought was in the 1,200 euro range. Bah! It's under 800, it's 799. And that is pretty ridiculous. So there is about a 300 euro difference between them. And if you can't afford that, that's fine. Get this. This is a phenomenal guitar for the money. But the standard range has maple caps. It has a 5-position switch and the focus switching, which I think is way cool. And they feel like quite a bit a step up. They don't feel like a 300 euro step up. They feel like a lot more. So the way that Yamaha is pricing these three levels is kind of weird. 1900, 800, 500. So the 800 one is without a doubt the best bang for the buck. However, if 500 is what you have, this is ridiculously good. And what this has is the colors are actually also on the neck and the headstock in the back. So if you like the whole everything color and if you like this color, then get this one. It's absolutely mind blown that this is only 500 bucks. And after this, we're going to say animals at the end.
Everyone who disobeys gotta go. Who's to blame in this game? Light a flame and let it glow. On the page full of rage, we engage the imposter god. Towers fall, righteous crawl and make them cross, and then